Welcome back, everyone, to one of the final challenges we have to do in Fiend Folio. This is going to be the Dirty Bubble Challenge. I do know ahead of time what this challenge entails. It's very interesting. Seed, by the way, is going to be 0xq3, almost XQC, EHWL. So, we all know how in the Binding of Isaac Fiend Folio that there are bubbles in the game. Some frogs shoot bubbles. Fetal Fiend, damage up. Well. It's going to be an interesting... We got to get some HP, like, really fast. We can bomb for this. Oh, I'm a lucky guy, aren't I? We all know that there are enemies that shoot bubbles. We have frogs, we have a lot of other downpour enemies, and dross enemies, and flooded caves, and so on shoot bubbles. But what if every single enemy that shot tears shot bubbles? What if every shooting enemy had, oh, you're right there, contact tears, pretty much? Could you still beat the game? The answer is obviously a resounding yes, but it's not going to be, oh my god, very easy. But today's question of the day, I believe, once again, comes from Sam in Discord, and they want to know what the most annoying song I've ever had stuck in your head has been. And you know, like, if we're gonna go in, like, hindsight here, I fight you constantly, man. Like, a song that used to be stuck in my head a lot that I find annoying now, wow. That attack is a lot less scary when it's just bubbles, huh? There was this song, okay, cool, from a musical that I used to like when I was in my small, tiny musical phase. That was written and performed by, I guess it wasn't written, it was performed by Panic at the Disco, who is a band that I think it used to be, like, really good, but in the last couple of years has proven themselves to have fallen off quite hard. Corn Kernel, we can take that, sure. I used to love Panic, man. I saw them in concert twice. I actually have their live album on vinyl as well. I used to be a big Panic fan. And then their 2018 album came out, and then their most recent project, which was, besides the opening song, which I thought was really good, came out and it ended up sucking major balls. Like, they've fallen off hard. But they did a song called The Greatest Show for the Greatest Showman musical, which is a musical I actually quite like. The movie was fine. It wasn't anything special, but I am a fan of Hugh Jackman, so I couldn't really... I hate this so much right now. I couldn't really not see it. I thought it was good, and the music itself in the musical was quite nice, including Panic's song, The Greatest Show. Yo, is that a triple shot I see? To block some more bubbles? I mean, I guess having lower tier rate, oh my god, speaking of having higher tier rate, lower tier rate kind of sucks, but now that we have damage and tiers up as well, the run, we look pretty epic right now. Got a piece of wood in our head, got a little man on top of us too. We're balling, but it really shows that, like, Brendan had a tendency for theater singing. He used to be in theater. A lot of his older stuff is very, it reminds me a lot of, like, watching a play. So I think his style worked really well with The Greatest Show. And that song used to be stuck in my head. The most embarrassing thing I can think of in regards to Panic is I used to work out to that song. I would go for runs to that song. It's a pretty upbeat song, okay? It's not the most heinous crime in the world, but I loved it a lot. But then I looked back at it about a year later, aka, like, you know, 2 years ago in present time, and I was like, man, this song fucking sucks. It's so, like, hyper produced, and I don't know. There's a certain level of when music sounds too clean or, like, too worked on, it doesn't feel real anymore. It feels like that DALL-E, like, AI generated art. Like, if you were to make AI music, it would sound like that. I would spare you, but I don't get an achievement in this mode for doing that. So you have to die. Piss Plum, I'm sorry. So many bubbles, though. You gotta go real quick. They go away, right? They go away. Wonderful. More HP, more damage, can't turn that down. But it feels fake. It feels like you got an algorithm or a program to take the first, like, top 50 radio songs and take common traits and make a song off of that. And I hate that. I think art's supposed to mean something a bit more than that, and with AI generated art like DALL-E and all that kind of stuff, it's awful. It's terrible. The art may look like fine, but you have to understand that to a certain extent that the AI making art is plagiarism. Because where is it getting that art sourced from? It's other people's work. And you could argue that, sure, like doing certain art styles or drawing certain characters could also be plagiarism by that mark, but this AI is taking brush strokes from other art and copy and pasting them into its own program. That is plagiarism, and it doesn't feel human. When you look at this like art, it's like, oh, you know, this AI drew a picture of a spaceman. It's like what if you told a computer what a spaceman was and it did it off of like what you said. It wasn't done by a human. It doesn't capture what a human can do. It's just merely replicating it by taking source images from a billion different places that was other people's art in the first place and doing it like that. It's plagiarism. It's not creative. It doesn't feel human. It's ridiculous. I hate AI art. It's funny for a bit, like, oh, look at DALL-E images. Fucking Jabba the Hutt goes to Costco prompt. Yeah, sure, it can be funny, but if AI art starts overtaking, can we even kill this guy? I don't know if we can. Take a long ass time, that's for sure. Because little mushroom man's making him pop up too often. There we go. Finally, dude, Jesus Christ. If that kind of art ever overtakes what people do, I'm gonna be very depressed. I'll hug you. Give you a big old hug. Give you a long hug even. And for half a heart, you know what, dude? Sure, that's fine. We're also going to go into our shop because we have a golden key, so it's going to be free. We can bomb this for increased deal chance as well as a secret room. We can buy this for protection as well. We get 2 keys back. Wonderful, and we'll keep on moving on here. But I don't know. If you enjoy that kind of art, good for you, but it's not real. It's not real art. It kind of comes down to the question of, like, what even is real art? Can humans or non-living things even make art? I think art has to have some kind of semblance of humanity inside of it. And yes, it's sourcing these images from humans, but it's not. It's missing the point. Like, if a human drew a brushstroke and you had a computer take that brushstroke and copy and paste it to make a stick figure, yes, a human made those assets, but putting it all together is not the way a human would have done it, and it doesn't feel legitimate to me. I don't really get the appeal of it. AI has made some very astounding things though. Like, I will admit, when I do see AI art and it's like a picture of like a city, it looks very realistic, and I think that's cool to show how far science has come. But from an artistic standpoint, please God, do not let that art take over what humans are doing. That would make, because one thing we have that I think is very underrated and should be, I think, praised more in schools and praised more in jobs is creativity. Letting yourself stand out more and exploring what certain things mean to you. Computers don't have that. They can maybe like try and, what would the word be? Display that through an algorithm, but it wouldn't be creative. You know, it wouldn't really match the tone. Oh no. It wouldn't really match the tone of what true creativity is. And a lot of the, oh my, I was just gonna ask for soy milk like 3 seconds ago, but here we go. Triple shot for killing bubbles way faster. It's gonna be a very suave run, I believe. How fast do we kill things? Not very fast, but we do kill bubbles in 1 hit now, making the challenge, I would argue, fairly gosh dang easy. We just get to sit here, and enemies pretty much cannot shoot tears anymore at us. We have a force field blocking tears all the way in front of us. I went the wrong way. Of course I went the wrong way. How could I have not gone the wrong way? I'm BD1P. That's like part of my name, part of my image, my AI image, of course. But I don't know. It'd be very hard to convince me that you can look at a piece of AI art and look at a human-made painting and tell me that the AI art is better or that it displays more emotion, because I don't think it can. I think knowing that there's a human behind the piece makes, you can show me a kindergartner's like stick figure and like son with sunglasses on the corner of the paper drawing, and like an AI doing a realistic picture of like, I don't know, like the world, just the entire planet Earth, and I would still probably find more enjoyment in that kindergartner's painting because the kindergartner had, you know, expression with it. It just, I know I'm talking like I'm just trying to dick on it for no reason, but it feels soulless, and it feels like, I don't want to say end of times, it's not end times, but it feels like everything that people hate about capitalism. It's like, you make this not because you like making the art, but because it makes you money, and because it gets you exposure, and because it gets you a career. And that makes art, when you commodify art like that and you make it into its big mainstream, like how NFTs were for a bit, before they died off because it's a shitty idea by shitty people, and you commodify that kind of art and you make it into a business, the art becomes worse. I mean, have you ever thought an NFT looks good? Those ugly ass monkeys, those stupid ass lions, like, no. It's just templates with like it's like making a character in like goddamn, I don't even know. It's like picking a skin in Smash Bros. It's the same exact thing with a different palette on top of it. Cool, your monkey's got a baseball hat. Cool, your monkey's got a top hat. Cool, you got a monocle on yours. That's epic, dude. But how was that 13 million Ethereum you paid for that? How was that very worth your time? No, it wasn't. Absolutely not. It looks like shit. It could be, as far as I'm aware, like a word, and people would still buy it because, oh, it's exclusive. It's just dumb. It's just overall really stupid. And I think people who invest in that kind of stuff are vulnerable. Those are the kind of guys that you wouldn't be surprised are in like a cult because they fell for like buying an NFT. I would argue that buying an NFT and buying into that kind of culture is borderline like joining a cult. You should your actual bubbles. You're exploding bubbles. I understand now. Go away, thank you. Yeah, go fight the boss. You're trucking along at a very nice pace. That was a dumb hit. We still do quite a lot of damage though. We still do a lot more than I thought we would. And like, look at, we can just stand here now and like nothing can hurt us. It's gonna come faster, so they're still slow because there's no increased shot speed for these. All right, well, you're dead, buddy. 100% deal chance here. Oh my god, it spawns a little guy now. That's what the room name means. It's the Omori reference plus this little man spawns. Well, I apparently cannot hit because he spawned a lot of bubbles. 1 damage, 1 black heart, epic, and this is, yo, piano tiers are so fun. Plus we have soy milk for even more tier effects coming out. So hey man, the run's going really, really, really well. Where are we going? I'll go up here. You know what? Hey. Oh, wait, piano is Doom, right? Is it only Doom? Because that's really good if it is, because now we get Doom like pretty much every tier. And, you know, it pushes bubbles back, I assume, so... Oh no, it poisons as well, so it's fine. No one's happy to see the brown bean, but when it shows up, you gotta appreciate what it can give you at the very, very least here. But I don't know. I think that AI art and NFTs and commodifying art in general, you should be able to make money off of art. I'm not arguing that. But I'm saying, like, mass-producing art from a template, it kind of destroys the purpose. And I'm no artist, you know. I've dabbled a small amount in, like, music and stuff, but I'm no, like, artist, right? I'm a guy who plays video games. But I think that from me being a consumer of art, like, I like looking at images. Believe it or not, using my eyes is a very nice thing. When art looks like it was just made off a template, like those profile pictures and like bitmojis and stuff like that, it just looks worse. You could have the most beautiful art style in the world. If it's template based, I'm probably not going to enjoy looking at it. It might sound pretentious, it might sound dumb, but it's just what my brain perceives as being art and not being art. And it goes back to Panic's song, where it feels like, again, like a producer was like, all right, Brendan, I made this beat for you. And I sourced it from taking the most popular trends from like the radio right now. I gotta be careful here. You gotta sing over this one. That's kind of what the heck is happening here? That's kind of what it feels like. And when art feels like every single radio song nowadays, like whether it's, you know, and I'm not gonna diss these artists because some of them have some amazing tracks, but Like, what in 2018, it used to be like Ed Sheeran, Ariana Grande, Meghan Trainor on the radio, and you could not separate any of those songs. They were all the exact same thing to me. And I wouldn't even give those artists a shot. Now, I listen to Ariana, I listen to Meghan Trainor, and I've listened to Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran sucks major balls. Ariana Grande, though, amazing. If she had not, like, changed up her style a little bit, I would have probably never given her an actual chance because I was like, oh my god, it's just radio hit single number 8 here. Crazy. But you know what? I think that I should give radio shit more of a chance, but I'm not gonna like it is the most likely thing. And I think when it comes to AI art, I'm never gonna give that a chance because I think it looks like shit, and I can tell it's shit. My brain knows. Oh, this boss is so, like... I beat them really quickly in the gauntlet, 'cause I had homing and a laser beam. Without that, though, and all these bubbles coming out, it might be a bit more difficult. A tad more difficult. Although, if you choose to not spawn bubbles, this should go by fairly quick. These small worms. Not the big one's always going to shoot out bubbles at me, but if you choose not to, small worms, and you have a choice here, I might be able to make this go a little bit faster for all of us. Please? Okay, what's hitting me? Was there creep on the ground there? I couldn't even tell. I was already just like in my own little world over here. Okay, Doom works there. Maybe a planetarium next floor, who knows? The world is a great card to see. Let's keep going on down. I think we'll probably just knock out. We'll probably do one more like regular run, then a challenge, and then greedy. We're getting to the end of Fiendfolio here though. I know I said I wanted to go for 100% completion. Right? I wanted to do, well, we're just going to skip that. It's not worth going down there for. I wanted to do like Fiend God or whatever, right? I don't know if I want to do that anymore. Because in order to get Fiend God, I have to beat the Gauntlet Challenge like multiple times with less items, I'm pretty sure. It might be a fun stream to do, but that might take us a while. That might take us a real long time. And my kind of thought process is, if I do really want to stick that out, and I want to go for Fiend God, it's going to have to be a stream. But I don't know what else it entails. Like, if I have to do that, or if it's just like, I gotta do every challenge, like, differently. Or just the harder ones differently. Again, I don't know. I don't know. If anyone in the comments knows what classifies as Fiend God, I'd love to know. I know Peas watches these videos occasionally. If Peas wants to comment that, I wouldn't be opposed. I just want to know what classifies as like 100% completion here. Because I'm close to getting all the marks done as every character. I'm very, very close to that. But I am going to need to do Gauntlet again to get the extra secret badge unlocked. But that might be it, aside from like sparing Piss Plum later on in the series or whatever else. But I'd argue we're probably pretty close to being done. And then once, of course, we're done with that, I am going to keep Fiendfolio installed. And then also I'm going to start doing some more like regular mod reviews again. There's a couple of characters I want to try out, a couple of like different content mods I want to try out, a new game mode I want to try out that I saw in the workshop. How do I even do this? He's doomed. It's a good sign. I should poison him too if I can. I think I missed that poison. There we go. He's dead. Thank God. What does that do for us? Fills the floor with a random creep type. All right, dude. You know what? I'll bite. I will see what that can do for us later on in this run. But I am going to keep Fiendfolio installed. I want to get to a point with the mod where, like, I'm not getting hit by dumb shit. When I decide to uninstall Fiendfolio, it's going to be that I'm confident I can win any run as it, which is going to be a long time, obviously. But I don't want to leave this mod on a bad note, with me being salty. I want to leave it on a note where I'm like, I conquered this mod, and it's time to wait for like Revelations to come out, or Forgotten Fables, or Compliance, anything like that. That's when I'll be satisfied to uninstall. But not until that happens. I want to be a Fiendfolio gamer first. Use your corn kernel to get into these bosses a bit more. There we go. It does more damage than you do, I'm pretty sure, on a basis, besides the Doom effect happening. There we go. Look at that corn kernel damage in there, man. We'll save our flooring upgrade card for a future boss fight. Next floor's boss. It's not going to work on Mom's Heart very well, but we can use it on the next floor. Hopefully it's like Mr. Fred or like the Matriarch, or at least a grounded boss, so the creep actually works. We'll take this. We'll go in here. Of course, it's Krampus. We'll get a fart off on him there. He can't shoot anything. Except for Brimstone, apparently. Look at that Doom effect coming in clutch right there. And you're gone. Give me all the coal. I'll take this. It's going to do really, really well against Mom's Heart with the double charge, especially here. Anything you want to do in this boss rush? Cletus? Tooth and Nail? Nah, none of this is worth my time on this run. We're only going to Mom's Heart. I don't need to have the relic. I'm going to get some comments like, but BD1P, the relic gives you soul hearts. You'd live longer. I have 2 more floors to do. If you can count to 2, you're going to know that it makes no sense to get the relic in there. But I will say, thank you guys for ceasing with the backseating as of recent. It's been nicer to read the comments and not just people be like, if you would have crushed that rock, you would have gained 0.9 speed, and then you would have been able to outrun that tier in room 5 of the cathedral and live the run. It's nice to see that it's, we're getting back into, okay, be careful, more classic BD1P territory, and not just being told that I'm doing things wrong when I'm playing the mod for the first time. So thank you guys for dialing it back on that at the very, very least. Also, this video is going out on, let's see, today is Thursday. Tomorrow's video is Friday, on Saturday. So, tomorrow, for you guys tomorrow, on Sunday, I'm going to be live with a very cool stream. It's the first 2v2 Minecraft lockout. And I will say, last stream, I'm not lying to you guys. Stream viewers can contest to this. Small Ant 1, or I guess just Small Ant now, was hanging out in chat for a bit. We talked for a while. He wished me good luck and he left. So if you guys want a chance to see Small Ant in the BD1P chat during Minecraft lockouts, come to stream this Sunday at like 1 p.m. Central Time or like noon, somewhere around there. Maybe I'll have a Small Ant encounter. You never know. We've been getting some crazy stream stuff. That was wild though. I was looking at, like, I was playing like horseshit that day because the seeds we got we were in the nether for about an hour and found nothing besides 3 bastions and no fortresses. So I was pretty salty. I look at chat. From new chatter, Small Ant, good luck. And he stayed for about like 15 minutes and we talked. It was very weird because like, I wouldn't say, I don't idolize Small Ant. Like, I watch his videos, I think he's a cool content creator. But he has inspired a lot of what I do on stream, which is like just challenge runs of games. Of course, the Minecraft lockout is like his thing as well. So when I saw that chat, I didn't like freak out because like I'm not the kind of guy to freak out, but I was like, oh my God. That's like the guy. That's like the man that made this whole thing possible. It was really cool. And I do it kind of. I mean, I'm not as big as Small Ant, but I like to watch random small Isaac streamers and just like chat with them. Occasionally they'll know who I am, occasionally they won't. That's how I met Script actually, is by chilling in his chat and typing. He's like, oh, you're BD1P from YouTube. And I was like, I am. And then we became like really good friends. And now he's commentating a fucking top 8 major at Riptide this year. Which is insane. Like, he's commentating top 8 of a fighting game major invitational tournament. Not invitational, sorry, but a major tournament. That's crazy. That's insane. I could not be more proud of my boy Script. He's from the 4-player file. Those of you non-4-player file fans, but I'm getting a lot of damage. I gotta be a little bit more careful here. But that's wild to me. It's really fun to meet people through YouTube and have them go on to do like these crazy great things. Like Script himself has been one of the most, weirdly enough, influential people on the channel. Script invented the Binding of Isaac Nuzlocke. That was him. He gave me the idea to do it. Of course, like I put it like the rules together, but he had the idea of like a Nuzlocke in the Binding of Isaac. And without that, I mean, the channel would not be where it is today. The Nuzlocke did a lot for my channel. A lot of you viewers found me through the Nuzlocke. So, and a lot of my collabs as well that I met were through the Nuzlocke. He also was, a staple of the 4-player file, my most viewed like series on YouTube, besides on the main channel, of course. And he's also, I've streamed with him a couple of times, played some Smash with him. he's put me in contact with a bunch of really cool streamers as well, like Mirror Man, the the multiverses, Evo Champ. Like, he's got a lot of connections, but he's also a great friend. So it's cool to see that, you know, people that I met through YouTube and I helped prop them up and they propped me up at the same time are going on to do these fucking crazy feats of like commentating a professional major, a top 8, like one of the most important spots to get. I mean, I could not be more insanely happy to see that. So also when Riptide happens, like stop it, we're gonna be streaming that back just so we can watch Script, our boy, commentate. And I just like when that kind of shit happens. Like when any of my friends do some crazy shit, whether it's Alexa or Script or Turtle Melon or like Real Guy getting his first 1 million viewed video, is just awesome to see. It's just amazing to see. Because I still view Isaac as like a very small, and it is a very small community. Very, very tiny. Well, once the Repentance hype died down, it became a much smaller community. So it's really, really cool to see that people I met through that are taking what they made from Isaac and making it something even greater. It's indescribable, really. It's like watching your best friend from high school become like a famous musician, or like go play like, or open up for a. It's more like this. Like if you had you knew a band in high school, one of your friends was like in a band or a guitarist or whatever, and they're opening up for like, I don't know, who still tours nowadays. They're opening up for like Queen with Adam Lambert, or they're opening up for like Pierce the Veil, or you know, some band you really enjoy. It's like that feeling of like, wow, like I know this person. Like this is one of my friends doing this right now. It's just amazing. It's incredible. And you know what? You will never get that kind of emotion from AI-generated art, tying it all back together in a classic BD1P fashion, but you will never get that kind of feeling from fake art. But no, it is really, really cool to see. And those of you guys who are big fans of the FGC and Smash Bros, get in that chat. I'm going to sort of tag of like hashtag ScriptTide, because, you know, it kind of rhymes a little bit. Just thought it was a little cute. But I'm really excited for that. It is just one of those like moments of like, wow. I had a friend back in high school who was in a band that I would go to see him live, you know, pretty much like every single venue they had. And there was one point where they got to play at a venue in Milwaukee called The Rave, like Eagle. It's like the biggest venue in Wisconsin for indoor music. And they got to play and do a live set there that was streamed onto Facebook as well. And although it was 21 plus, and they were all like, you know, my age, but the venue itself was 21 plus, so I couldn't go in. I remember watching that stream on Facebook that night and being like, fuck, I know these people. It's just like, is there any better like feeling than watching someone you know, or you like your friends like just succeed at whatever they want to do? I don't think there is. I think that's a pretty much like, it doesn't get better than that. And if it does, I want to see it get better than that one day. I haven't seen that happen. We can do a lot of bombs here as well, because we have again like 99 of those. Kind of glossed over that fact when we got the item Pyro, but we win that challenge full HP by the end of it. If you enjoyed the video and my commentary, a like and a comment does go a long way for a small channel like mine. In the meantime though, guys, I have been BD1P. Peace out and goodbye.